Hi guys, welcome back to the Funky Evolution Party. I'm Alice Green. So this is going to be one of the last broadcasts from my lovely headquarters here, where I'll be soon relocating to a new rabbit hole. And I thought that I would end the training program because by now I've tried to break things down for you guys in terms of most things aren't your fault. It's everything that's projected onto you and the way you have to digest that. And most of us can't digest it. And that's why it manifests in all areas of our lives. So today, now that I've spoken about the art of being smart that starts in the heart, how music, sound, and vibration, from humor to fashion to food, and all of these things, tools that we can use globally and act locally to actually change the dynamics of things. Because if you look at the way we're heading, and if you guys aren't friggin' trained up and ready for this, we're going to spiral down into this crash and burn. Because the people that used to fight for our rights, and I'm talking about after World War One and after World War Two, and how they got their game together, and they started with nothing and they rebuilt everything. And the problem is that we're so scared of getting old that is also part of the biggest problem in terms of moving forward. Do you want change? Yes. Do you want to change? No. Okay. How are we going to tackle this? I tackled babies. Now I'm going to tackle our older residents, our more experienced residents. I don't like to call people old because it freaks them out. I'm getting old, quick. And the fountain of youth that everyone looks for is actually in the mind. So by keeping your mind active and busy and your body active and busy, you won't need to go and get injected and stretched and God knows what people do to their bodies. You are unique as you are, and it's then how you use the vehicle that you're given from very, very small in life to as we progress and get older. Now, one of the biggest reasons I love living in England is that the older residents here are bloody amazing. I ask them, there's so many stories to tell, and they've come together. And back in the day, there were grafters, there were people that worked hard, and it doesn't exist anymore. Like, the grafters are gone. No one's going to wake up at 6 a.m. and go set up a market stall and see what they can get hold of and sell it. It doesn't happen, sadly, because that culture has been crushed due to many reasons. And again, divide and conquer. Whereas if we looked at our older, more experienced residents as trees of knowledge and how we can start to access their knowledge and also not make them feel that they're not capable anymore. So again, I'm kind of jealous of some of the 70-year-old sex lives because they're out in RVs traveling across the US. They're, traveling this chasing the sun around the world, and you're like, wow, you're 72 and you're on your third relationship and you're so happy because you haven't gotten stuck in that I'm too old, no one's going to do this, and I'm too old, I can't do that, and I'm too old, and blah blah blah, and I'm too old. Load of crap. I've seen 80-year-olds out party 20-year-olds, and the idea is if we start to take away the fun, of course we're going to get old and wrinkly and there's nothing to, my grandma, bless her heart, who lost her marbles. You really know someone when they've lost their marbles, but she was the life of the party. But because as we get older, we're told that you can't do that anymore. Who says that you don't stop wanting to sing and dance when you're 70 or 80 or 90? Of course you do. It's just that we've shut those activities down. So these amazing women in China, they're cheerleaders, which is beautiful. A 90-year-old who doesn't feel the pain when she's dancing. And that is the thing, is Why can't these activities for our older, more experienced residents be more socially acceptable? Why can't they go to festivals anymore? Why can't they go to parties and clubs? It's not because they're too old, it's because the mentality of everybody around them is that, oh, shouldn't you be doing? No, you can't tell anyone what they should or shouldn't be doing. If the little old lady in China wants to dress around like a cheerleader and it makes her feel great, why not? Why are we not encouraging our older residents to show off their skills? Maybe they were cheerleaders when they were 16 and then they were told, that only happens in the bedroom, and then, I don't know, their husband runs away. Who knows? Who knows? Now that they're 70, they've come together, they put on their costumes, they dance, they enjoy themselves, they have a wonderful time. And what is wrong with that? Me personally, I'm not scared of getting old. I do believe that, like a good wine or a good whiskey, as we age, our experiences is what makes us youthful or beautiful or ugly. Because if I've had horrible experiences and you're angry and that shuts me down, of course the lines are going to come up or whatever. But if you just sort of like relax, let it go, have a shake off, have a dance, don't think that you're too old to like jump a fence at 3 o'clock in the morning to find a party, you're allowed to do that. And this is where we need to start looking at the experience of our older residents, how they can drop these cultural craziness of, like pointing my fingers again to the Mediterranean, your partner passes away and, oh my God, I'll wear black for the rest of my life and I can never be happy again. Now, Jasper, my bird, killed, sadly, last year, the mate of another bird. I get if we were birds and you meet one mate and you mate for life and that's it, but it's not like that. We're an international culture and an international society, and so what if someone wants to be married 3 times and is happy at 80 years traveling around the country? That's acceptable. It's not acceptable that we tell them that they're too old to do these things or that age is a problem. Age is actually a graceful process that we should all be enjoying, because, okay, you can't stop the years from passing. You can put as many creams and lotions and potions as that you want on, but it is a process that we all undertake. And unless you accept that within yourself, then you can never truly enjoy the moment that you're in. And it's about living in the moment. It's about understanding each time as it is and as it stands, rather than wishing for the past of my youth when I was 20. The 80... Come on, they're so tough as nails. They're like, I'm still 20 in my head. And when I look in the mirror, I'm like, huh? The fountain of youth is in the mind. They're strong because they're mentally strong. And this is where we need to start getting smarter. And I'm going to start, once I've dealt with the chaos on this side of things, putting together the actual party plans, because I think you're all trained up enough now. I think you've kind of got it. You're being ripped off. We're slaves to a system where you work, same job 40 years, then you retire and and all the fun in your life is gone. It's not how it's supposed to be. Age is a wonderful, beautiful thing, and we all have something to contribute to our society, but not as slaves. It's not supposed to be like that. And what's happening with the borders, and why do we still have borders? How are we allowing them to go in and still displace people? Haven't we seen enough? Have we not understood by now that the borders are in our heads, and the ages have shown us that by putting up our little picket fences, it doesn't work. What needs to work is that we start going across the board, from looking at our children to looking at our people that are physically incapable of doing things, through to our elderly who have that experience and knowledge to bring to the table, how we can unite rather than remain divided. Because again, united we stand, divided we fall. Every single person at every single age group has something to contribute. It's up to us rather than tell them that oh, you're too old to pick up a shovel and dig. If they want to dig, let them dig. If they want to party, let them party. It's not up to us to dictate as we're being dictated to. And by having all of these people locked up and pushed into their homes, it's really, really sad. So, out for today and maybe for the next couple of weeks, but please like, share, get the message out there. Start training yourselves up, guys, because it is the summer of love.